Welcome to the Manage Role-Based Access Control Lab. Let's get started. So to manage the VMware product, you need to log on to the Vsphere web client or the Vsphere client. In this section, we will log on to the Vsphere client on PLAB VC. Let's minimize Server Manager and open up the Vsphere client. So I've put the credentials in. Let's go ahead and log on. We're now logged on to plabvc.practicelabs.com Vsphere client. Let's click on Host and Clusters. So the left side displays the data center and the right side displays context specifics. Let's go back home. In our second task, we're going to identify common vSphere server privileges and roles. Let's navigate to Administration, Roles. Underneath the roles tree, let's click on Administrator. The pane on the right shows all the users that's assigned administrator, and on this page you could also create a new role or clone the existing role. Manage users on a host. So we're going to go back into the Vsphere client and we're going to specify a different host. And on our drop down it's going to be PLAB ESX01. I'm going to log in as root. And we'll go ahead and ignore this warning. And this is just stating that this host is being managed by the vCenter server. That's fine. So we're now logged into our PLAB ESX01 box. Let's click on Home in the address bar. Let's click on Inventory. Then let's navigate to the Users tab. So the Users tab is sorted in alphabetical order. We could click the header to sort. You can do this on all the different headers, user, name, etc. It is possible to export your list of users by right-clicking anywhere on the pane, selecting Export List. In the dialog box, we will save this list as plab_users. We'll select a desktop to save it, and we're going to save it in a CSV format. Let's go ahead and close the client, and notice on the desktop we have our CSV file. Our next exercise is to manage permissions on inventory objects. We're going to launch a new instance of the Vsphere client. We're logging into the PLAB VC01 box. Let's go ahead and select Permissions. The Permissions tab lists the users and groups defined on the server and the roles assigned to them. To assign a permission, you would right-click anywhere and select Add Permission. To add a permission, you would click Add. You want to make sure that server is selected in the drop-down list. For our exercise, we're going to select guest. Let's click add and OK. Notice that it has guest as a read-only role. On the assigned role, if you click the drop-down, you can change it from read-only to administrator to a few different things. But for our exercise, we're going to leave it on read-only. Let's click OK. And we have now assigned permissions for the guest. So if we want to modify the permissions for the guest, we would select it, right mouse click, go to properties, and notice it says read only. We're going to change guest permission to no access. Click OK. So right now the guest has no access. So if we want to delete guest, we would right mouse click on it and select delete and OK, and the guest user is gone. Our next task is to manage vCenter server roles. There are 3 default roles in vCenter, which is no access, read only, and administrator. Let's go to the home page. And we're still working in PLAB VC01. Let's navigate down to administration and roles. So to add a role, you can click the add role button or simply right mouse click and select add. The role we're going to add right now is going to be called PLAB_role. Let's select for the privileges, data center, data store, and host. Let's click OK. Our new role, PLAB_role, is now listed in the roles column. Let's take a look at virtual machine power user. We're going to clone this role right now. So we're going to right mouse click it, select clone, and the new name for this clone will be PLAB_user. Notice our new role is displayed here, PLAB_user. Let's go ahead and edit PLAB_user by right mouse clicking on it and selecting edit role. And notice that PLAB_user underneath in the privileges here, it does not have data center privileges. Let's go ahead and add that and click OK. So there you have it. We have managed vCenter roles. So in this module, we identified common vCenter server privileges and roles. We managed users on a host. We managed permissions on inventory objects. And finally, we managed vCenter server roles. Be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching the video.